everybody, and let's welcome you to another race here. We're at Road America today in a nice 30-minute long race. If you like what's coming up, please like, subscribe, and notify yourself. This was a pretty arduous race. I think that's a good way to put it. This was a rough one. So we're starting off here in position 11. We've got boxed by Zach and a Civic. There are a lot of Civics in this race. Touring cars kind of got turned into a spec series. It's a bunch of Hyundai Elantras, Hyundai Velosters, Civics. You'll see some Audis and some Lynx. But mostly they're dominated with Hyundais and Hondas. So it's kind of getting specky again. It's okay, I guess, but because you want to contend, but at the same time, I like the variety that you get out of the other cars. In the future, you may see me in other cars that I've run in the past because they're fun to drive too, like a GTI. The Audi's kind of fun, and sometimes I like the Ford, and I'm still working on my Vauxhall, so maybe we'll see some of those in the future. So we're on our first lap. We're getting bumped all over the place. There's Bano. Bano is I'd love to call him an admin, but it's not really what it is. The Shield guys basically are brought in to help report on the penalty system, which still doesn't work and will probably never work properly, so we're not going to worry about talking about that. But Bano's also very good. I've raced with him a lot in the past, and he's a lot of fun to drive on, so it'll be fun. We've made our way up to position 5 from starting 11, pretty much settling in. We're in Bano's draft, so we're hoping we can kind of stay with him because he's a faster driver than we are, but we'll see what happens as we continue on our path. Heading into 13 now, and we're getting ready to go into 14, coming to the end of lap 1. Take that corner fairly well. We're still in Bano's draft range, so that's good. As we start heading up the hill. Today I am doing a 2-stop strategy. That's what I always do at Road America. So we're going to run mediums and then we'll do 2 stints of stop. That's pretty much my strategy always here. This is a beautiful track. I've been there with my racing team from Southern California when we ran vintage races. It was the first time I did vintage races, and I did it at Road America. Just a beautiful sight. What a great venue. Great track. They have a go-kart track there too that we ran around on. That was a lot of fun. And the town's really nice. Elkhart Lake's a nice little German town. We really had a great time there when we ran. It was probably about 7 years ago, 7, 8 years ago now, that I started doing that. So it was a lot of fun. Heading to turn 5 now as we're still trailing Bano, and I decided to go off the track because going off the track is cool apparently. This race was really a struggle bus for me. I don't know why. I usually run this okay, but today when I did this it was really rough. This is hard. I didn't like it at all. But we're going to do our best to try and keep up with everybody. Bano's pulling away because I'm making all sorts of mistakes. Gabriel is another person we've raced with a lot, and also faster than me, so he will catch up eventually. Already picked up a ½ second penalty though, so, you know, what can you say? That happens. You know, if you're getting the occasional cut track penalty, I get it, because sometimes someone bumps you off a bit, or you trip. I've gotten the off-track penalty for avoiding somebody. It just happens, so I don't try and read too much into it, but if you're getting 5 or 6 of those a race, then it's like, maybe you need to work on something that'll, help you out a little bit there. You need to work on the race prep. That glare is wicked. That's what we call sunrise. That is the sun in the east. And the glare coming off the track is pretty wicked. So my braking, I am not seeing my braking point at all these first few laps, which also is not helping me in my time. We get through lap 2. We're doing all right. Nothing to write home about. We're starting to fade away from Bano. Gabriel is catching us up as we come out of turn 1 and we head into, technically this is turn 3. The kink after 1 they call a turn, and this kink here is technically turn 4, although it seems more like a straightaway. I think maybe you have to lift a little bit for the cars. I don't know. I've never had to lift there before in this game. And I've never seen anybody brake in either of those kinks in all the years I've been watching racing at Road America. So I don't know. We'll get through 6 now, head towards 7. We picked up a little time on Bano. Gabriel is still gaining. We're getting ready to get to the carousel as we get to turn 8. Carousel, this is one of my favorite corners in all of racing. It's a lot of fun. You come in here and you're flat out, and then lift, and you come around the corner here, and you're hard on the accelerator once you get to the curbing. It's just a lot of fun. We get through the kink there, and we're heading to Canada Corner. We're just flying down the back straight. You're going to hit 147 up, and then we hit our brakes. I think I brake a little early there. I'm hitting it at one of the signs on the side of the road is my braking point. I could probably be a little later there. We get through 13. Gabri only gained a tenth, and now he's gained another tenth of a second. And I screw this corner up again. Canada Corner is not really that difficult, or that's not Canada Corner, that's turn 14. It's really not that difficult, so I don't know why I keep messing that up. It's just a simple third gear right-hander. Just ran our fastest lap there on lap 3 at 2:22.1. Gabri is picking us up big time. Gives a little tap in the rear end. Into turn 1, we head to 2. He says he's sorry. I'm not really worried about a little love tap there. We get out of 3 and we do some more lawn mowing. I give him the good race because again, he's on me. I'm not going to worry about it. In fact, as we start heading down here on this long straightaway, as we get through 4, now we're going to head into 5. I'm actually lifting and braking early. I'm going to give him that position because I know that Gabriel's faster from the times that I have raced with him in the past. He's a good racer. He's polite, so I'm okay with that little love tap. Again, that's how you react. If it's a love tap, it's one thing. If someone's coming at you full speed and racks you like that, that's another. But I know how Gabri is, and I was fine with it, so that's not a big deal. He's starting to pull away. 7th place car is Taliesin M. We're settling here in the 6th as we go through lap 4. Talison's going to hang out around 7.5 to 8 seconds. Go through this kink here after the carousel, and we're starting to gain on Gabri because we're in the draft. The Hyundai is faster in a straight line than my Civic. I make up time in handling. The Hyundai does handle better than I think the Honda handles better than the Hyundai, excuse me. But we will see shortly what happens here as we come through lap 4. Gabri gets a little wide there and is starting to pull away because the Hyundai does have the better straight line. We are in a draft. still. The draft usually kicks in around 7/10 of a second in the touring cars. So our goal is to stay in Gabriel's way. This is the 5th lap now, and we're feeling pretty good about things. 6th place is fine. We started 11. No one's really rammed us off the track. No one's really done anything dumb to us. There's probably been a lot of action behind, judging by the fact that Pallison has fallen back another half a second. I don't even see him on the mini-map. The top 6 is all on the mini-map. I don't see Pallison. Had to kind of money shift there to avoid rear-ending Gabri. That's one of the things on here that kind of bothers me. Gabri goes off the track and gives us a little hope. Money shifting. I mean, you can use it in emergency decelerations, but that should blow your engine. You really can't do that in a real car. And I know that people use that on this game to brake faster into corners. I had a race the other day that I don't think I recorded. It was a medium where someone was doing that into every corner, and it was irritating because it was like this Hyundai. It was a Hyundai Veloster, so it was a horrible sounding car. But he was money shifting every corner when I was behind him or beside him, and it was just awful. And in the end, it cost him distance, and because then you're not really judging your braking. So it just it was just irritating. So, and it should do damage, and this doesn't do damage on these races, which I wish it did, even if it's just temporary. So we're pulling into the pits here at the end of lap 5. We are going to go to another set of mediums, I believe. I thought about going soft, but I went medium. So we're going to skip ahead through the pit stop. Again, hey, if you like what you're seeing, give me a like. A little subscribe, maybe. I'm trying to do these videos when I can. So, if you like it, give it a like. If you want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. I've got 3 other videos on here right now. This is my 4th. I'm still kind of learning the process of all this, so as long as we're still learning all the editing and the video stuff, the audio stuff is not something. I'm not writing a script here, so that's why you're hearing all these codes and things like that. I'm going everything off the top of my head, so it's different. I'm actually kind of used to doing play-by-play, but I'm not used to doing play-by-play where I'm involved. So I'm not used to doing that and talking about myself. Heading into our 6th lap, we're about halfway through it now as we're heading toward the carousel. Santon is 17.5 seconds ahead. Garden is 3 seconds behind. We got a little wide here in the carousel, but we'll make up for it as we head down the back. We're on our fresh mediums. They're just kind of warming up still, so we're okay going through this kink here. Now we're coming down to Canada Corner. That's more of my braking point. I can probably go a little later as I brake and roll. Which is, again, my preferred way of doing things. If you watched the last video, I explained that I think it's faster for me. It may not be faster for everybody, but braking and rolling through seems to work for me on this game. It wasn't the same on some other ones, though. So Blanca has pitted and exited the pits, so now we are in 8th place still. This actually gives us a good chance to see how much time you're losing in the pits, though, because Blanca was 38 seconds ahead, and we get to turn 1, we find out that Blanca is now 11 and a half seconds ahead, so it's about a 27-second time loss for pit stops. We'll learn that later as Bano said sorry for something. That lets me know that Blanca was probably on mediums also, but went an extra lap and may have gone to hards here for the end, because I don't believe Blanca pits again. We're kind of hauling again as we head to 5. That's probably the best I take that corner this whole race. Right there. It was just a struggle bus. This whole thing was such a struggle to get through. Not because of where I'm positioned, it's just that I was just all over the track. It was like I didn't know what I was doing. And it probably was that I didn't know what I was doing. Like I've always said, I don't claim to be the fastest, I don't claim to be the best. I just like to race. But when you struggle through a race, it's really difficult. And you kind of get a little frustrated at things. I was not happy with this entire race. There were points where things were all right, but it was just really not a fun race overall. As we're getting into turn 13, right there, we get through 13, and we're going to get to 14 now as we finish lap 7. We're going to get into 8 now as Callison has gone into the pits. We're going to see again how much pit stops cost you, because Callison was at 7 and now he will be behind me coming out of the pits. He is moving right now. Now we've moved into 7. Santon in front still has not pitted. He's probably on hard tires. Kubo 38 up front is most likely on hard tires as well. Medium tires will not go 8 laps. I had mine at 5 when they clicked over. I could probably get 6, and that's as far as they're going to go. So these guys are definitely on hard tires that have not pitted. We're at 10th up now. We're starting to maybe get a good lap going. It's clear we're settling into our position. We've got a wide open track as we exit 4 and we go into 5 at the bottom of this hill. My money shifted again because I missed my braking point. This is what kind of racing was. Just difficult, struggle. I don't know if it was lack of concentration or if it was just because this was my last race that I did this day. I had done 3 or 4 other half-hour races. So, racing for basically 2.5 to 3 hours straight as a non-professional is, it can be difficult, even if you're just sitting in your office at home on a Simcade game. I'm on a wheel. I got some good force feedback into it, so I am having to work a little bit. By this time, the shoulders are getting a little sore. Also getting hungry because this is in the afternoon and I'm thinking about cooking dinner. It's the little things that go through your head as you're going through your racing. Kubo has gone into the pits. Looks like we've got one more car in the pits, but I'm not going to catch them because we know it's a 27-second loss. Blanca has now re-entered the lead and is pulling away. Santon is in the pits now, so we'll pass Santon. I don't think we're going to get the other cars that are coming out. Actually, I think we might get Gabriel. And he tried to come out to the line, but fair race on him. He stayed out there. So, again, fair on Gabriel. We're kind of back to where we were before the pit stops. Bano's in 4th, I'm in 5th, Gabriel's in 6th. They are probably on fresh mediums. Maybe they're on softs. I don't know if you can make softs last 5 laps. I've gotten up through 4, but that's really not fun. The 4th lap really isn't fun on them. So we're just gonna kind of cruise along. I missed my braking point again. Coming out of 5. Gabriel's on us again. He's going to come around here to 6. Give us a little side bump. Again, I'm not going to fret about it. He gives me a sorry. I give him a good race because I'm not going to fret about it. If he had done it and ran us off the track, again, it would have been a different story. But he did it. I was able to recover. It wasn't that hard of a hit. So I just don't care. Yesterday I was in a race where I did care. I didn't tape that. Yesterday I was in a touring car race on Kyalami, and I had a guy, he brake checked me twice, ran me off the road once, brake checked me again, rear-ended me in one of the slow corners, and after he rear-ended me and got around me, I said, well, I'm done with it, and I pit maneuvered him, which I really don't like to do, but I let him do me dirty 4 or 5 times before that. He ran me off the road once, like I said, brake checked me a couple times, and that was and I kind of ran him. That wasn't very nice of me, but sorry. Remember not to do that ever again. So we're into lap 10. We're going to kind of skip ahead here because we're settled in and we're getting into our next pit stop. So we're going to skip ahead here. And now we're out of our pit stop. And again, if you're liking what you're seeing, give us a like. If you want to see more, give me a subscribe. Even hit that little bell so you get reminders. And you'll see my videos when they come out. So we've gone to soft tires for these last 3 laps. Maybe I could have gotten away with doing them earlier. I decided against it at the first pit stop. I don't really know why, I just did. So we're having a good run down the front stretch. We're going to get these tires warmed up so we can try and get a run on Stanton. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we will certainly give him a try. And he's 7 seconds ahead. I'm not worried about the 9th place car at this point. 9th place car is 12.5 seconds behind, and I will be pulling away because of the soft tires. I don't think anybody else did 2 stops. I don't remember seeing anyone else pulling a second time. So I think this is pretty much where we're going to be the rest of the race. Now we're heading down the back here. Sorry, I was looking at texts. And so we're heading down here into Canada Corner again. This one was much better than the ones I've been taking previously. We're going to head into 13 now, getting over to 14 so we can head back up the front straight and up the hill. That hill climb is something else. Seeing it in person is wild. We were actually running Can-Am cars that weekend, so when our group went out with the Can-Ams, there were some great cars going out there. I sat on the pit wall right about there and took a chunk of rubber in the face. And, it stung, but it was great watching cars go by me at 180 miles an hour, and I'm basically separated by the pit wall. It was pretty amazing to great what you can do when you've got a pit pass, especially for the vintage racing. You basically have carte blanche at that point. I highly encourage you, if you get to go to an SVRA event, you should go. They are a lot of fun, a lot of old cars, a lot of vintage racers. They range anywhere from the 50s. You got sports cars, you got open wheelers. My team has mostly been running Formula Fords the last few years instead of the Can-Ams. But the Formula Fords are a lot of fun. They've got old Indy cars, old F1, old NASCARs. One of our former drivers used to run out there in an old Cobra, which was really great. That thing was loud. I mean, I've been around Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR. This Cobra was furiously loud. That thing could have made my ears bleed. It was great. And the guys that drive are great. Everybody's pretty much approachable. I haven't run into anybody that would say, no, you can't look at my car, you can't stand here, or anything like that. We've had, the kids will come up, we'll have the younger kids sit in the cars, and they just love it. It's a good way to get, if you're a racing fan yourself and your kids aren't really into it, it's a good way to get the kids into it, especially when they see it up close. I know I've always enjoyed racing myself, but being able to be up close to the cars, work on them, talk to drivers, is really great. And in our class, it's a lot of fun too, because we have former, series drivers. Jimmy Vassar's driven us a few times. Jeff Brabham and his son drive the Formula Fords as well. And we've got a big crew. Well, we had a big crew from Southern California, 5 or 6 people that we used to park our trailers around each other. Especially up at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, we park our trailers around each other and hang out. We'd all go down to the local barbecue and run up a big old bill. It's a lot of fun. Really, I recommend it. The kiddos will love it. And if you're into old racing cars, you'll love it too. Can't recommend it. But now we're on our last lap. We just set a fast lap at 2:23.71 on lap 12. And we're in clear track. We've settled into 8. Santon is still 4.5 seconds ahead, but we're catching 4 seconds. Not enough time to catch him. And I don't know if you've noticed this about the game, but it really doesn't handle light changes very well. And maybe it's because I play this on the S. I don't know if the Series X is better at handling it, but the S does not handle light transition very well at all. I feel like I'm kind of strobe light going on. And so everybody is finishing up now. We're getting the good race. Blanca has crossed the line and finished first. We're still catching Santon, but we're not going to get there. 2.7 seconds. I'd really love to get into his penalty time, but there's just not enough time to do it. One more lap, we would have gotten him past him. Not a big deal. We're 25 seconds up on 9. We're coming up to cross the line here. And we crossed the line. And I'm happy with where we finished, considering it was a 2-stop. 8th place. We moved up 3 spots. We ran a 2:19.1, and that looks like that's the fast lap.
Good run
so
out there. We finished P8.
Hooray for us. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys like it, please give me a like, and if you enjoy the content, give it a subscribe.